Join us for this virtually possible event as we transform Niagara to the New Orleans of the North. Get your mask, beads, baubles, and feathers on. Enjoy Cajun and Creole food, classic cocktails, and dance the night away. Celebrate with us on your porch, in your garden, in your living room, or in your driveway. And wait for the band to parade by. Niagara's Summer Mardi Gras, July 18, 2020. It's coming. Just watch and see.
The TD Niagara Jazz Festival presents Niagara's Summer Mardi Gras Sessions. Join us online every Tuesday from 6 to 7 p.m. as we bring New Orleans to the north. Direct from the Crescent City, Dancin' Man 504, Windex Pete, Christopher Butcher of the Heavyweights Brass Band, and more. Featuring mask making, Cajun cooking demos, musical spoons, second line dance steps, cocktail demos, funky fashion tips, and musical clips. Tune in for these free sessions on our Facebook or YouTube channels, Jazz Niagara. Then we'll celebrate Niagara's Summer Mardi Gras together this summer on July 18th. It's virtually possible. Just watch and see.
Niagara's Summer Mardi Gras sessions are brought to you in part by TD, the City of St. Catharines, and the town of Niagara-on-the-Lake.
And good evening, welcome. Juliette Dunn here, and this is our live stream Love Jazz series. We are so excited to bring these artists to you this evening from Vancouver. So it's a sweltering, 39 degrees here, and a little cooler in Vancouver. They'll tell you about that in a minute. But this evening, we have a sponsor for this evening. So let me put up our sponsors banner for you. And I think you can still hear me behind our sponsors banner. Sullivan Plan, creating stronger communities together, land development, municipal support, sustainability, and you can visit Sullivan Planning online at www.sullivanplanning.ca. So a big thanks to our sponsor. So, I gotta come back here just a second. Let me come back and see you. And there I am. Totally overheated. So I hope you're all doing well. I did play a couple of promos earlier for our Niagara Summer Mardi Gras coming up in 2 weeks, 2 weeks in one day. That's on July 18th. And it's an online celebration. So we have our Mardi Gras sessions where you can go back on our Facebook and YouTube channel and see all of the great ways you can get ready for Mardi Gras, making masks, learning the dance steps, learning about the culture of New Orleans. And then we'll all celebrate together on Saturday, July 18th. Eastern Time, the event will be going from 2 p.m. until 11 p.m. We've got a parade planned here that will go in within the community, so you can stay at home and enjoy. And then also a parade happening in New Orleans, a second line parade. And then we'll start with bands from 5 p.m. So we've got Red Hot Ramble lined up, Big Smoke Brass Band, Twisted Dixie, the Vaudevillian, and Delfeo Marsalis's Uptown Jazz Orchestra. So it's going to be a really exciting day. So all of the info for that is on our website, which is niagarajazzfestival.com. So before I disappear into a puddle here, let me tell you about our guests for this evening. So as I said, they are streaming live from Vancouver, BC. And Miles Black is a highly respected career musician, bringing enormous wealth of musical experience and expertise to every facet of the music industry. Firstly known as one of Canada's most accomplished jazz pianists, he's also highly acclaimed and sought after as an arranger, producer, composer, session musician, guitarist, vocalist, bassist, saxophonist, songwriter, and musical theater director. Wow. You can get more info about Miles on his website, which is milesblack.com. And we are in luck this evening because not just a solo performer, but a duo. So he'll be joined this evening by Tom Keenlyside for this special live stream performance. And he is also a mainstay in the Vancouver jazz scene for over 50 years. And they'll correct me if I'm wrong, but I believe that they have been performing together for 35 years. And more info on Tom Keenlyside and his website, tomkeenlyside.com. I'm going to bring the guys into the stream, and here we go. Oh, and I've got to get rid of that slide. I'm going to ask Bonnie if she can figure out how to take down the slide that's underneath there because I'm having problems removing it on my end. So I'm going to see if Bonnie can do that. Guys, can you hear me?
We can.
Okay. So
Yeah,
we're
we
just
can hear
removing
you.
the slide that's there, but everybody can hear and see us. How are you doing this evening?
We're good. It's
Thanks,
just
Bonnie.
afternoon
Bonnie
here.
got it going. You're good. And can you both hear us? Hear me?
Mhm.
Yeah.
Excellent. Excellent. What temperature is it over there?
It's cool. It's rainy. It's does not feel like summer.
So cool, like 17 degrees, kind of cool?
It feels like early March, really. You know,
Early March,
it's
my
it's
goodness.
raining. It's like kind of a very ugly July so far.
Oh my gosh. Well, listen, we'll give you this sun in a couple of days, I'm sure. We've had so much of it. And I'm done, I must say, today. I'm looking forward to you playing, not only listening to your music, but I can get a cool drink.
Okay.
So you've been playing together 35 years, did you say,
Long
Miles?
time. Yeah. Long.
Yeah, really a long time since sometime in the mid '80s.
Fantastic. Not sick of each other yet, then?
No,
Well, he's sick of me. but-
he's sick of me, but
Well, I know that we have your set list, and we're going to try and post some of the songs that you're playing this evening.
okay.
So that's fun, and also the comments as well that come up during the show.
Oh, good.
Yeah,
That's wonderful.
yeah. And we will also we won't disturb you unless you want to be disturbed. And if the sound is fine, then we'll just leave you alone. We're going to post a slide right now just about what people can do to adjust their sound, because we have done our sound check, and sometimes different devices react differently. So we're going to post that in just a sec, and then we're going to let you get into your show.
Okay, thanks very much.
Sounds fabulous.
Excellent. Yeah, so we'll give you time to set up, have a great show, and we're just going to post a couple slides, and I'll bring you back on.
Thanks a lot, Juliet.
Thanks.
Absolutely. Have a great show. So like I was saying, everyone, here's a slide, and I think I can talk behind it. Some sound tips for you, because sometimes it's your device that might need to be adjusted. So take a good look at those sound tips there. And right before we get into the performance, here's one more slide for you. Have a great show, everyone.
There you go.
And here are Miles Black and Tom Keenlyside. Enjoy the show.
fun.
There.
I'm just going to move this a little bit here.
Okay. We're doing a little adjusting.
You're out of the picture. There, you're in the picture.
Hi, everybody. Hello, Niagara. I haven't been to Niagara since I was, 4 years old, and Tom says he's never been
I've
to
been
Niagara
all over
Falls.
Canada. I've never been there. That's
Yeah.
terrible.
Wow. We can't wait to come there and,
Yeah,
and see
I
everybody
wanna
in real life and experience the sweltering hot summer of Niagara on the lake. That was When Sunny Gets Blue, which is, of course, an old jazz standard that we love, and we've discovered new ways of playing it. This time we tried it in a different key and as a bossa nova. And now we're going to play an original tune. This is really new. It's a piece I wrote dedicated to Lyle Mays, who was Pat Metheny's cohort for decades and decades, and a big influence on myself and many piano players around the world. And we've lost him recently, unfortunately. So this is dedicated to Lyle Mays, and it's called Lyle. Okay. So that was Lyle, piece dedicated to Lyle Mays.
Yeah.
And we'd like to really thank the Niagara Jazz Festival for thinking of us way out here on the wet coast, and say how much we really appreciate being asked to participate in this, and a special thanks also to our sponsor.
This is a great concert series. It's
Yeah,
really
this is a
fun.
really interesting and fun, well put together series, and we really appreciate the support. And we'd like to continue now with this is a song by Tom Keenlyside called Nightline, which is kind of a blues thing. I'll play 12 off the top.
Yeah, right on.
I like that tune, Tom.
Oh, you do, eh? Good.
Nightline.
I like it too.
All right. Okay, all our happy jazz friends. So that was a great tune by Tom Keenlyside called Nightline, which I really enjoyed playing. It's a blues in G minor for you music people that like theory, music theory. We'd like to continue now with a beautiful ballad from a great movie. I think it was called The Summer of 41, 42, by Michel Legrand. And this is called The Summer Knows.
Yeah.
Beautiful ballad. Beautiful ballad by Michel Legrand. The Summer Knows.
We're going to play one of your tunes now, aren't we?
Are we?
I think so.
Oh, goodness. Okay. We're going to play a tune now that I wrote back in '85. I met Tom just shortly after that. And this is dedicated to some of the great majestic beasts that reside in our oceans. This tune is actually called Whale, W-H-A-L-E, whale. So while we're playing it, if you can envisage all the different types of beautiful giant marine mammals bounding joyfully in the ocean with the sunlight on their backs, it's quite a sight to behold. So we'll DC after we play the first head.
Right. 7 miles.
Whale.
Yeah, that's a first for us. That's a first.
It's a first for us.
That's a first.
Hopefully you couldn't tell.
Yeah.
It's actually a kind of a
Are you not
tricky,
supposed to say that?
tricky little tune.
It's a great tune.
But we tried to wail away on whale.
Wow. Well.
Yeah, wail's also a musical expression, meaning go bananas on your instrument. Wail.
We'll do some of that.
So that was a lot of fun to play wail. We'd like to continue now with a wonderful, slow, beautiful bossa nova. It's not an original tune. It's by a fellow named, I think, Luis Eka.
Luis Eka.
Eka.
Yep.
And it's called The Dolphin. Beautiful song.
It's 4:47.
Playful little number.
Beautiful.
Okay, so that was the Dolphin, and we love that tune, and we look forward to playing it again and again and again.
We love this. This is fun.
Yeah, this is really fun.
I want to do a lot more of these.
Yeah, well, you've got a great. This is Tom's living room in New Westminster,
It is.
and it's just kind of a cloudy, rainy day out there, so it's a nice day to be indoors, playing jazz for you fine folk.
Yeah, no kidding. Having a good time.
We'd like to finish now with one last piece, and this is a piece by Cole Porter, kind of an upbeat, jazzy number called "What Is This Thing Called Love?" I think it's not really pronounced that way, but what is this thing called love?
Right.
What is this thing called love?
What is this thing?
What is this thing?
What is this?
All right.
Okay.
So we're going to play this for you now, and thanks again. Thank you very much to the Niagara Jazz Festival and to our sponsor for sponsoring this event, and thank you all for participating. Here we go. All right, you ready?
Yeah.
You want to start?
Sure.
Hi, everyone. I'm just going to jump in. Oh, we almost made it to the very end. What a beautiful show. And it froze up on my end. I'm not sure if it froze up on your end. So if we'll try, there's Miles and Tom backstage. We'll try and bring them back in. Oh, there they are. Just, can you hear us?
Yeah, we hear you.
Just at the very end. I
Yes.
think there was maybe 30 seconds left.
Yes, the madness.
And then I thought, that's an interesting arrangement for an ending.
Yeah, just to stop like that.
Yeah, you know. Oh, so we just about made it. I'm not sure what happened there, but I'm
That's
so
okay.
glad it only happened at the almost very end.
There you are, Tommy.
Well, it's really hard to time these things out. I mean, we're faking it.
It was such a great show.
Oh, good.
Thanks.
Thank you so much. One question I wanted to ask you actually before you started. I know you've been playing together for 35 years. Can you tell us about your first gig? Do you remember it? Your first gig together?
My first gig with Tom was sometime in the 80s. I joined a band called Wild Root Orchestra, and I was really the young guy. I think I was 21, and Tom was in that band, which is just a wild, crazy band in Vancouver that had been around for a lot longer than I'd been playing in Vancouver, that's for sure. And that's the first time I met Tom and all the other yahoos in Vancouver at that time. That was a great band for me to join because I got to meet everybody right off the bat and play a lot of really zany big band music.
Wow.
And there's still yahoos in Vancouver. I love them. They're my pals. They're our pals.
Excellent, excellent.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know if we discussed this, but my whole family lives out on the West Coast in Vancouver, Sunshine Coast, and White Rock. So I come often. When planes are flying and there's no COVID in the air, I come often, hoping to come in September.
Yeah,
so I
hope you
hope
do
to
too.
see you guys live out and about.
Yeah, we probably will be somewhere.
Excellent, excellent. Well, thanks again, and everyone, you can see at the bottom of the screen the PayPal link to tip the musicians, and we hope you do. Guys, I'm just going to sign off with a few little promos, and I'll come and see you backstage. Thanks so much.
Thanks,
so much for
Juliet.
joining us.
See ya. Bye.
Great show. Thank
Bye,
you.
folks.
So once again, that was from Vancouver, Miles Black and Tom Keenlyside. Beautiful show. Really, really beautiful. And I'm going to tell you a few little things about what's coming up. So those who tune in all the time have heard my speech before. But let me tell you something new that's just in. So I just built it here. Let me just see if I can find it now. We're going to do this for Mardi Gras. We have restaurant partners, and our first partner is the Grantham House, and we're doing what's called Sip and Savor. So during Mardi Gras, which is on Saturday, July 18th, instead of making food, you can actually have a party with your friends and your neighbors, and you can get takeout. So the takeout here locally will be the Grantham House, and I think, let me see, you've got the phone number there. We'll put this all on the website, but we just got their menu today, and it just looks so delicious. So you get your menu, so that's a jambalaya. I believe it's shrimp and chicken in there in a jambalaya, beignet-inspired donuts, and then you also get your ingredients to make your cocktails. So you've got a Canadian Hurricane and a whiskey lemonade, and so you get the mix-ins for the drinks. You get the alcohol, which is 40 Creek, and then you pick it up, you order it in advance, pick it up. And so we're so excited to do this, and we're going to be featuring other restaurants, not only here in Niagara, because it's an online celebration. So my mom's hooking me up with a couple of restaurants out on the Sunshine Coast. We're going to hopefully do a couple of restaurants, Toronto, Hamilton, and again, Niagara. So that's on Saturday, July 18th for our Niagara's online summer Mardi Gras. What else do I have? One more thank you to our sponsor for this evening, Sullivan Plan, Urban Planning, Municipal Support, and Sustainability. And Mike Sullivan of Sullivan Plan is going to come on for the next show that he's sponsoring. It will be in New Orleans. I believe that one's on July 17th with Christopher Butcher. And we hopefully can get him on to say a couple of words about his company. So thank you very much to Mike of Sullivan Plan. If you are interested in sponsoring any of our live streamed events, you can contact Trisha, and her email is sponsorship@NiagaraJazzFestival.com. Let me leave you with a couple of things. Our promo video and our end card. Thank you for joining us, everyone, and we'll see you tomorrow night with Elin Holmesley as a duo as well. That's vibraphone and violin tomorrow. So we're very excited. Have a great night.
The TD Niagara Jazz Festival presents Niagara Summer Mardi Gras Sessions. Join us online every Tuesday from 6 to 7 p.m. as we bring New Orleans to the north. Direct from the Crescent City, Dancin' Man 504, Windex Pete, Christopher Butcher of the Heavyweights Brass Band, and more. Featuring mask making, Cajun cooking demos, musical spoons, second line dance steps, cocktail demos, funky fashion tips, and musical clips. Tune in for these free sessions on our Facebook or YouTube channels, Jazz Niagara. Then we'll celebrate Niagara Summer Mardi Gras together this summer on July 18th. It's virtually possible. Just watch and see.
Niagara's Summer Mardi Gras sessions are brought to you in part by TD, the City of St. Catharines, and the Town of Niagara-on-the-Lake.